Good afternoon from sunny Galloway. Blue sky, a bit breezy, but the sun is shining. And we're into middle of May, and it's been a while since I posted anything, so I thought I'd just give you a brief update on where I'm at. So as you can see, the MGB is out because the sun's shining. There's a bit more space in the garage, so I can move around more easily. Last time, this is a brief post really because I haven't done a huge amount since last time. I think I mentioned in the previous video that I hoped that by this stage we'd have the car up the right way and on its wheels, and as you can see that hasn't happened. It's just been a bit slow progress. What I have done is I've painted the fuel tank, cleaned it out and refitted it, so that's gone on and looking good. I wanted to fit the front suspension, I think I mentioned last time, but before I could fit the shock absorbers at the front, I needed really to paint the engine bay. So on a warm day I managed to mix up a green, British Racing green paint. Just to give you a brief example of it there, and I've painted the inside of the engine bay, which means that I can fit the shock absorbers to that once I turn the car up the right way. So having done that, I thought, okay, what else can I do with the car upside down? So I've fitted these the brake lines here and the fuel line. And I've looked at a number of things in video. There are people who put the lines through the tunnel, or at least put one of the brake lines through the tunnel. But as far as I could make out, the generally recommended option is to run them either side of this reinforcing bar. And you can buy clips, which are, if you can just about see them there, these clips which push through. If I show you one on this side, and they're able to grip. I don't know how clear that is, but they can grip around the pipe and hold it in place. So that required me to drill some holes through here to allow me to put the clips in. So I've got front and back on this side, and front, middle and back on the other side. And I put in, if you recall, the brake pipes, the original brake pipes I thought for the back end of the axle here were fine, so I'd connected those up. So I've now put the flexible brake line on, and I've put this feed which goes back through, then bends over here and runs there back to, if I can get that to there, so it will fit into there. And so I've fitted that five-way tap, and even got a new brake light switch fitted there. So really pleased with that. So that was one job done. I found, I don't quite know where I put it, but somewhere in my box of junk I found the original fuel pump for this car, and I was planning to strip it down, clean it, buy components to repair it and get it going again. But lo and behold, in another box I found a replacement electrical pump, which I don't know if that came off the donor car, but it's been someone has put an electric pump on one of the cars, so that saved me a job because it looks in pretty good nick. I'm assuming it's going to work. So I've fitted a pipe to the tank here, which is clipped down there to hold it in place. There's a braided flexible pipe going into the fuel pump, another one coming out, and the fuel line here, which I've shaped again, comes over here, goes down the back and runs along the cross member to that side, and then will go to the carburetor. I'll show you a bit more of that when I turn the car upside down at a future date. So I bought the tool to enable me to put bends in these pipes without kinking them. That was all actually pretty straightforward. So it's a pretty good job done. So the back end, I guess there's nothing left to do on this back end. Nothing left to do here because the pipes are really the important thing to get fitted there. And that leaves really the front end. What was I prepared to do in the front end before I flip it over? And as you can see, I've fitted the anti-roll bar. Seemed a bit of a no-brainer to put that on, to be honest, when you've got the car up this way. It's so much easier than crawling underneath to do it. So that's a new anti-roll bar fitted. And I thought I'd just have a go at fitting the wishbone. And actually again, I think that was easier. So I've fitted this one. I've used the original bolts here, but although I have 4 of them, so for the other side are here, one of them is missing the washer. So I'm going to have to buy at least one new one. So I may end up buying a whole new set and replacing these just so that they're brand new. Bit of a shame, but I've looked in all the boxes and I can't find the missing washer. So anyway, that fitted very easily. And I've fitted the link to the roll bar as well. So I think I'm going to do the same on this side, fit the one on this side before I flip the whole thing over. I have to tell you, I've turned it over a couple of times. You know, obviously I had to turn it over to paint the engine bay, and with this chunk of metal attached, it's a struggle. It's a pretty heavy job to spin this thing over when you've got that weight on it, and once the momentum gets going, it's hard to stop it as well. So I'd rather not have to do that until I'm absolutely certain I've finished. So I will fit this wishbone on this side, and one last time I'll turn this thing up the right way, and that's all I'm going to do on the rotisserie, I guess, until I get these wheels refurbished and refitted. So that's kind of what I've managed to do. Not a huge amount, but it's been kind of fiddly work to do, and bits and pieces, and then you realize that you need to order another washer or spring or something or other that I hadn't anticipated. So just a bit of a faff, but looking good. I'm pleased with this pump. It's fitted nicely. As you can see, I've put in bobbins, which I simply bought those on Amazon. These rubber bobbins down here, which means that it allows vibration without the thing falling off. It's generally recommended that you fit those, and they've gone through. I don't know if you can see. They're quite simple. Go through, drill through, and put bolts on the inside here to hold them in place. And so I'm pretty pleased with those. And this fitting here, again, straightforward enough to do as long as you get the bits and pieces to hold that secure. So I think it was a pretty neat job at the back here, so I'm really pleased with it. I'm just looking forward to getting the thing flipped over. The other thing I'll just mention briefly, once I flip it over, and I can fit the shock absorbers and finish the suspension, I want to obviously fit the steering rack, which I've refurbished, which is here. But I need to get it off the rotisserie before I can do that, because I've used these holes here to hold the thing on the rotisserie. So I'm going to have to get them off, get it on the wheels before I can fit the rack. Now, I think I mentioned how I'd refurbished it last time. I did order the oil to refill it, and I've refilled the whole rack. I don't know whether I've overdone the filling or whether there is just a leak, but as you can see, there's a little bit of a puddle of oil here coming out of this gaiter, so I'm going to have to take that off and have a look and see if, you know, or why that's leaking. It's hard, you know, there is, if you look at the book, the manual, it tells you how much oil this thing will take, and I measured that out. So, and I kept filling it and moving things backwards and forwards, you know, moving the inner part of it backwards and forwards to get rid of air, refilling it, and eventually filled the whole thing. And I did get all the oil in it, but it also tells you that if you overfill it, then it may well come out. So I don't know if I just overfilled it because there may have been, I don't know, some residual, although I cleaned it, there may have been some residual oil in or whatever. It doesn't really seem likely, but anyway, it's leaking for some reason, and I'm going to have to explore that a bit further before I refit that, which is a bit of a nuisance. But this job's inevitably full of things that are a bit of a nuisance. I did, when I flipped this over, I attempted to fit the damper just out of interest, and as you know, the damper that has these 3 bolts, these 2 went in a treat. This one refused to go in. Excuse me. And I've had a look at it. I've put oil in it. I've done everything in the hole, which I can't show you, but it's inside. You know, this is it from the underside of it. So anyway, somewhere, yeah, up there, that one at the back is this one here. I'm going to have to re-tap. You can see it's kind of rusty looking, but I just cannot get the bolt to engage at all. So I think the only solution to that is going to be, I've never done any retapping. I don't have a retapping kit, but I'm going to have to go on Amazon and buy one. That's I think a 3/8 of an inch UNF bolt. So I'll buy an Imperial tap and die set, and that'll be another skill a new skill for me to learn. So hopefully I can retap that and get when I get the thing turned over and get that damper fitted. But yeah, that's a brief update, but I just wanted to let you know I'm still alive and still working on it, and we are making progress, albeit slowly at times. But I hope next time I'm pretty sure next time I record a video, the car will be upright, the front suspension will be in place, the dampers will be fitted, and hopefully with a bit of luck I'll have wheels on it and the steering rack fitted. Probably not much point in recording a video until I've done all that, and once I've done that, then I think we might be back to bodywork, because the aim over the summer is to get this thing painted, and so I'm obviously going to have to do a bit of work on the body first to get it ready for painting. So yeah, that's the job for the summer. But I will do another video once I've got the steering rack on and the wheels on and the thing's up the right way and it looks like a car. But that's all for now. All the usual stuff. Any comments are appreciated. Any thoughts, give me a like. If you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and keep following me on this journey, and I'll be in touch with you again, hopefully within the next month, when I've got this thing on its wheels. That's all for now then. Bye folks.